classic car that have been converted to an electric vehicle. So now, come with me, let's meet Mr. Paul. Mr. Paul,
How are you?
how are you, sir?
I'm very fine.
Asante sana kwa kukaribisha Chai Estate.
Karibu sana.
I see the beautiful Kombi here.
Yeah. '79.
79.
I don't know how many of us were here or gone by that time.
Mesikia wadau. Wow.
Yeah.
That's quite an old vehicle right there.
Yeah.
And maybe you can tell us, what is your background?
I did environmental science at university, but I've always been interested in electricity.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's quite a huge leap.
Yeah.
You can say that, yeah?
Yeah. Anything that you want to do, you can run.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anything that you want to do, you can do it.
And it is doable.
It is doable. As long as you put effort in it.
Yeah. Put effort in it
Wow.
and you're willing to run.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really nice. How did you come up with this idea of converting a classic car to an electric motor?
You see what happened? I did that from active employment from 1st January 2020.
Wow. But
Then,
this is during COVID time.
yeah, then Corona came.
Yes.
And you see now you retire and then Corona came and distorted everything.
Wow, yes.
So I had to sit down and think, how do I make myself more okay, my economy?
Yes.
How do I save some coin here and there?
Yes.
That is why when I started doing a lot of research on how I can move from a petrol car to another model of powering my car. I read a lot on electric vehicles, and at that time, I didn't have a way of maybe getting access to an electric car.
Yes.
That's the time now we thought of trying to convert. So we looked for this car. We bought it in April 2020.
Yes.
And it was just the shell with a gearbox. Nothing else.
Wow.
I didn't even want the engine because working in my mind, I knew.
Oh, okay. So you also bought this one on 2020.
2020, April
Right.
2020. And the reason we bought it, we just bought it to wait and get the components. I didn't even know where I'd get the components from.
Yes.
But back in my mind, I knew one day I'd convert it to electric.
Wow. So now my next question would be, did you source the equipment here, or you bought them from outside?
All the components that we used on this vehicle for the conversion,
Yes.
we got them locally from what you call circular economy.
Okay.
You get an accident salvage. Instead of throwing out the components,
Yes.
we take the components that we can use and use them to convert this vehicle.
Wow, this is really dope. And by any chance, have you owned combustion vehicle? Combustion vehicle.
Yeah, I've owned several. Yeah.
And now, how is it different? Like from jumping from this now to electric car?
Okay, when you look at the cost wise, they are much more friendly.
Okay.
It cost me about a third to run an electric vehicle compared with what we call internal combustion vehicle.
Wow, and this might be very expensive here. How much did it cost you to like now convert it?
Conversion is not cheap. I was lucky I got the components locally.
Yes.
And you see, when you are buying an accident salvage, it will not be the same as buying the components from a shop. So in my case, they were much cheaper.
No, that's the advantage.
That's the advantage.
Just from the salvage now.
Yeah, from the salvage.
That's really dope. You can take a look at maybe the motor as well.
Yeah.
And see how it looks like.
Okay, this car, we are calling it Kombi.
Oh, Kombi. That's the name of the car.
Yeah, Kombi.
Okay. And what inspired this color?
Yeah?
The white color.
This is the car of the logbook.
It's
cream white.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I decided
and
to
you
go,
maintained it.
I liked the color.
Okay.
Then I decided to go for it.
Wow. Wow.
So this way we have the drive. We call it drivetrain in electric.
Drivetrain.
You don't call it engine.
Okay. All right.
So we have the charger on top. In the middle we have the inverter, and then at the bottom. At the bottom, you may not see it clearly, but you can see it from the side.
Yeah.
We have the motor.
Okay.
So what is coming from the battery is inverted by the inverter, and that power is fed to the motor to drive the motor.
Wow.
The charger is only used when you are charging. So when you are charging from electricity, that's the time the charger comes in to charge the batteries.
Wow. Wow, this is really impressive. And I see it's written leaf.
Yeah, the components that you're using here, they are from a Nissan Leaf.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
also an accident salvage.
Ah,
Yeah.
nice. Wow. It's like the Nissan Note, but now this is the Leaf.
This is
The
the Leaf,
electric
yeah,
Leaf.
the electric Leaf.
All right. Wow, this is quite amazing. Wow, I think now we can move to the modules. So now these are the batteries.
Yeah. So in total, I've used 96 batteries. There are 2 sets from 2 cars. So in this box, I have 36 batteries. I have another 36 there, and I have 24 there to make a total of 96.
Wow.
So the capacity that we have here, if the batteries were new, it would have been around 48 kilowatt. But because of
48.
aging,
Yes.
we are estimating to be around 33. Actually, from the charging that I've done from 0 to full charge,
Yes.
took 33 units. So that's why you're saying it's a 33 kilowatt battery capacity.
Na zinakaa ni mzito sana.
Yeah, they are heavy because the batteries around they were 400 kg. One battery module is 3.85 kilogram. And since there are 96 of them,
Yes.
that's almost 400 plus the casing.
Yes.
That came to over 400 kg.
Wow. So, Mr. Paul, you know our show is all about hanging around and taking a ride.
Yeah.
So I think you can take a ride as we also talk about the cockpit of the vehicle.
Yeah, most welcome.
Sawa.
Take a seat.
Ah, nice. There you go, amazing. Nice.
Yeah, now to drive this car is very simple.
Yes.
You just switch it on, then press the start button.
Yeah, the green button.
The green button, that is the start button.
Yes.
And this car is now ready to move.
This guy is on right now?
Yeah, it's on right now.
Wow.
From there, what I need to do either select either forward.
Yes.
That's forward. Then I have reverse. Reverse is where it's producing that beep.
Ah.
Then once I'm there, I remove the handbrake and then press on the accelerator. And
wow.
There we are.
And we are off.
Yeah, we are off.
Wow, this is so dope. My goodness.
Then to move forward, just like that. Then
so you have to go back to the switch again.
Yeah, to the switch.
And you actually told us that your steering wheel is also.
Yeah, we've modified. We put power steering.
It's a power steering. Yeah.
And so that when it's without power steering, it was so hard. Especially for me at doing the manual car.
Yes.
And I've not had a manual car before.
Yeah. Okay.
So we modified it and added power steering.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. And how many km does it cover when it's fully charged?
From our testing,
yes,
we did 160 kilometers, which we fully charged the car,
yes,
and drove it until it stopped.
Wow.
And that was 160 kilometers.
Ah.
So that's how we are saying it has a range of 160.
Yes. Wow. Maybe you can also tell us what are some of the advantages and disadvantages of having an electric car?
The main advantage is the cost of running the car.
Yes.
For considering the cost of electricity, then it will cost me a third the cost of running on petrol.
Yes.
So if a journey that I would have spent maybe 3,000 for an engine vehicle, internal combustion engine, it will cost me just 1,000.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, 1,000.
Yeah, and then the other advantage is the maintenance.
The maintenance.
Like if I consider the maintenance of an electric car, it's much there's very few components to maintain.
Yes.
So in the long run, it becomes cheaper.
Yeah.
Wow. Then the only thing that I can say the disadvantage is the availability of charging points in the country.
Yes.
Like if I want to drive out of Nairobi, since I charge from home, in Nairobi there are few charging stations. But
so now you'll have to actually know where exactly
where
these charging points are.
Yeah, especially if I want to drive out of town.
Yeah.
That's the
have you discovered any?
I'm told there are some in Naivasha and Nakuru, but I'm yet to go and test them. There is a safety feature on this electric car. You cannot press both on the pedal and the brake. the brake pedal and the accelerator.
Oh,
So
okay.
if the brake pedal is not is depressed a bit,
Mhm.
it shows as if you're braking. So you cannot use the accelerator.
And maybe what are some of your maybe agendas that you're planning or even to implement with the community?
Like we normally share on the how to maintain the vehicles,
Mhm.
the charging points. Like now, the charging points I've mentioned, there's
Yes.
somebody who has been sharing where new charging points have been installed.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, that's quite informative as well.
Mm.
Even if you're traveling somewhere,
Mm.
you're actually able to know the points,
The points where
and you can't actually maybe even sleep on the road.
Yeah, yeah.
That's quite informative.
Yeah.
Is this the car that you've always wanted to have, or the other classic car that you've owned as well?
Okay.
Is there any classic car that you own?
No, I don't own any other classic car. I only have a Kombi. What happened when you're growing up? My dad had a Kombi when I was
Okay.
at the university.
Yes.
Actually, I still remember when
A similar one?
yeah, a similar one, same car, white
Yeah.
one.
Wow.
I remember when I was graduating from NYS.
Yes.
They came with it to Gilgil. Yeah, and
Wow.
we have had a lot of experiences with that car.
How long did it take for the conversion?
Okay.
You said you acquired it in
I got
2020.
I got
The shell.
the shell in 2020.
Yes.
Then the issue was getting the components.
Yes.
If you have all the components with you
Yeah.
in a good workshop,
Yeah.
it should not take more than, let's say, 3 months. Even 3 months is too long,
Okay.
because with the coupling of the engine, the main mechanical work is coupling
Mm.
the engine and the gearbox.
Yes.
In my case,
Yes.
then from there, the other component, the other major job will be the fabrication for the battery casing.
The battery casing.
Yeah, once you've done the fabrication for the battery casing,
Yes.
the
Like
next-
this one now.
yeah,
Yeah.
the ones at the back.
Yeah. Just to also for safety as well.
Yeah. Then the next thing from there is the issue of now doing the wiring. Once you've done and the wiring will take a few.
Is it the same with other vehicles? The wiring?
Okay, we normally have two types of wiring.
Mhm.
We have the high voltage wiring,
Yes.
and we have the low voltage.
Yes.
The low voltage wiring is just like any other car.
Ah,
The high voltage wiring is now the one that drives the electric vehicle.
the high voltage.
The high voltage, yeah.
Okay.
For an electric vehicle,
Yes.
you gain speed not
Yeah.
by shifting but pressing harder on the pedal. So like if I press
yes,
harder on the
yes.
pedal like that,
Mhm.
you can see you're gaining speed. Like now I've done it too much.
Ah. Okay. Also, now it's portioning you.
Yeah.
Okay. So you also install some. Right. That was a nice one. So, Mr. Paul, that you were to show me how you charge your vehicle.
So once I'm home,
Yes.
and I want now to replenish the energy,
Yes.
or what we call the juice,
Yes.
I'll put on my charger.
Yes. It's actually the juice.
Yeah. So actually I have this I call it my charging station.
All
I
right.
have a meter
Uh-huh.
that shows me how much I'm using.
Yes.
Because we normally say you can't measure it, you can't control it.
For sure.
So every day I'm able to tell how many minutes I use.
Wow.
So then it has a contactor, it has some safety issues,
Mhm.
so that in case there is anything not right,
Yes.
it do not connect.
Wow.
So this is the plug.
Yes.
Then I come in, plug it. The charging port.
Yes.
So this is the charging port on the car,
Yes.
like that.
Wow.
And then
Now it's already charging.
you hear some noise. So the fan, that's the cooling fan of the charger
Ah.
that was picked
Okay.
to control to put the charger
Yes.
as it's charging.
Ah. Okay. Oh.
So it will run until it is full and then disconnect. So I don't have to keep checking.
Oh.
It's
Automatically.
Yeah. So
Okay.
once the battery is full, it will
Mhm.
disconnect.
Wow.
I wake up in the morning,
Yeah.
remove my plug,
Yes.
and start my
So
business.
just leave it overnight.
Overnight charging.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow. That's quite something. Dope. You've heard it from the man himself, Mr. Paul. Thank you for accepting our invitation, and also coming to share the experience
Yeah.
and the advantages and disadvantages of owning an electric vehicle. And thank you very much. We appreciate it a lot.
Yeah, welcome any other time.
Till next time, guys. Catch me on the next ride.